Good afternoon, everyone.
Good.
How's everybody doing today?
Great.
Good. That's good. My name is Urena Hemingway, and I am coming to you just to talk a little about life insurance. I would like to first pose a question on how many of you that if you left this world today, or if your loved one left this earth, you have the assurance that everything will be covered as far as your funeral expenses, your unpaid debt, anything that's left behind. How many can say that you know for a fact that you'll be okay? Thank you. I'm coming to you for 3 reasons. One is to let you know the reason why people don't have life insurance. The next reason is the importance of having life insurance. And then the third reason is the solution to maintaining life insurance. I first would like to give 3 reasons why people don't have life insurance. One of the reasons is they have a fear of death. Most people feel like they just don't want to accept death. The next reason would be that because of the economy. We look at how our bills stack up on us. We have our car notes that's $300-400. We have our light bills at $400-500, and all these come at one time. So in our mind, we feel like we cannot sustain or we cannot pay out life insurance, and it is not really that expensive. But seeing the fact that if you're the type of person that likes to be on top of your bills, your budget is only big enough for you to maintain your bills. The next reason would be because people just procrastinate. They procrastinate on it because they, again, going back to, they have a fear of death, so they don't want to accept death, so they procrastinate and get insurance. Some of them think that, okay, I have 3-4 more years to live. We have no control over when we're going to die, so they basically feel like it's okay to procrastinate. I also would like to share the importance of having life insurance. You never know, first off, when you're going to leave, and then you don't want, if you do leave this earth, you don't want the burden to be on your family. You don't want to have to leave here with not being assured that your family will be taken care of. I researched, I believe it was on funeralsohio.com, and it talked about the different prices that you would have to pay out of pocket if you did not have life insurance. The highest amount for life insurance is almost $8,000, and that's just covering the funeral expenses. That's not covering your burial site, the gravestone. That's separate from that, and then the total with that, you're looking at over $3,000 just for the headstone and the burial site. You also have to basically take care of any unpaid debts, meaning that if your spouse, if you're married and your spouse leaves this earth, you're responsible for paying the IRS. They're the first people who get their money. Then you have the unpaid credit cards that needs to be paid. They have to be paid. So all of these things total up. But we, because of our circumstances, we don't feel like we can squeeze this amount out. But why would you why would you risk not paying $5-6? Because you have insurance policies. I checked on, I believe it was funeralsohio.com. They used an example of a 35-year-old woman where she qualified for a 10-year policy at $100,000. She was only going to be paying $7.09. So when you think about that in math terms, why would you want to risk paying $20,000, $30,000 for a funeral where if you only pay $7 a month, you're pretty much covered? So, and then too, a lot of us don't think of, I'm sure some of you go out, you get your nails done, you get your hair done, we have our cable. These are things that are necessities. They are not things that we have to have. One thing we don't realize is life insurance is not a want. It's a need that we have to have. So, and that's a very important thing that is very important for us to have, because, like I said before, when your family member or your loved one leaves here, you want to be assured that everything is taken care of. And then too, some of us may feel like, okay, I'm a single parent, so why do I need life insurance? Well, you need somebody to bury you, and it's not going to be free for you to be buried. Somebody has to take care of those funeral arrangements. So I would encourage you to research, to find out, or to even try and make a effort to get or make a sacrifice to pay $7, $8, even if it's not that much of a policy. A small policy is better than no policy at all. And then two, they have actually professional help. They have people out there that can help you financially. If you feel like you have a spending problem and you're like, okay, death does not mean anything, they have people out there that will help you in getting through your policy. They will help you understand what your policy entails, and that's a very important thing, that we understand our policies, because if you don't understand, then you'll never have the knowledge to go ahead and get a policy. So if I were you, I would encourage you, and I'm hoping that this will go with you, not just while you're sitting here in the seat, but go with you further out, to give you a thought to say, okay, I need to have life insurance. Because I know you don't want to leave a burden on anyone. I know that when you leave here, you don't want to have to be out there. I've seen cases where people have been out on the street because their loved ones have died, and they didn't have the money to cover their burial, so they go out on the street and they hold up the little sign saying, can you help with this, because my family member or my son, my daughter just died, and we need to raise the money to cover their funeral expenses. And speaking from experience, I actually know someone that their father died and they ended up not having the money. And from that day on, I said, I do not want to have to ever go through that. So I purchased me a life policy. I appreciate you for listening, and thank you so much.